Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of JoJo no Kimyou na Bouken Ougon no Kaze, or you could call it JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 Golden Wind on episode 10. This episode looked really simple for me to actually recap, and nothing much I can really talk about. Well, maybe I'm overthinking it, but aside from that, the episode was pretty fine. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Narancia is literally shrinking right now, and he does not realize it until later, while his crewmates are wondering where the hell is Narancia. This shouldn't take so long, etc. Eventually, Narancia will end up finding the tiny feet user guy with the thanks of his stand, etc., and tries to shoot him down. But apparently, the guy ends up dodging his attacks and goes into the sewers. And later on, well, gets targeted. He ends up remembering a long time ago about being part of a gang. Well, he's part of a crew that's called the Hitman's Group. And apparently he ends up killing someone by throwing a tiny car in there. And when the guy drinks the water and he goes outside, he gets blown or killed by when the car expanded into his stomach or his insides, and boom, he's dead. And they get paid, and his group, the Hitman Group, gets paid like 20 million yere or something, whatever the freaking cost or money, whatever the money is. All I know is around the 20 millions or something, and the guy says that's pretty cheap whatsoever. But whatever the case may be, they are trying to figure out the boss's identity, possibly kill him, or trying to take over his business by taking over the business drug route so they can make more money, you know? Well, that did not go out so well because two of the crew members who were acting like a freaking couple or so, they were actually killed. It was later on they were given they were given a lot of frames as artworks the next day, and it was actually the body pieces mutilated and cut up and pictured as a framework by saying, hey, don't you go looking to my identity or even try to do anything stupid again, otherwise I will kill all of you guys too. As for the other guy, he was forced to watch his crewmate sliced and killed into bits while he suffocated and gagged in fear or something whatsoever. So pretty much this is how the tiny feet found out about this, and they end up getting frames and get a warning by saying, don't you go look into the boss's identity, and don't go do anything stupid like this again, otherwise the same will happen to you or something far worse than death. And eventually, they decide not to go into the boss's identity ever again or do anything stupid. That was not until they found out that he has a daughter, which just shows how more reckless they try to be to try to kill him or take over his drug territory. Well, kill him and take over the drug territory, because with him around, you can't take over the drug territory. So we have to it that Narancia almost killed the tiny feet stand user one time when he almost escaped, and we get to know that Narancia's stand using ability is able to detect people through the sound of their breathing. Eventually, Tiny Feet almost escaped on a rat. Of course, one of the rats ends up having to breathe very hard because Tiny Feet stand user was riding on one of them. But eventually, he almost got himself killed, but not before he turned himself big, before he almost got shot down to hell whatsoever, you know? And therefore, saving his own life, etc. in the process. But whatever the case may be, it's not looking so good for Narancia right now, because he now realizes that he's shrunk to a point where his stand-using attacks will not work. Not to mention the guy who's the tiny feet stand user turned big, and his attacks, the attacks that were on him, did not have much effect. So yeah, Narancia is now so small and tiny that his attacks won't work. But the guy who turned himself big, etc., to save his own life, it had it had some effect, but not enough to fatally kill him, etc. So yeah, sorry for being very confusing here and there, but aside from that, the episode was pretty cool. And simple recap without giving a lot of detail, we get to know that the Tiny Feet stand user was actually part of a gang called the Hitman's Group, and to try to figure out the boss's identity, only to get a warning sight, having two of their crewmates killed by saying, "Don't you go looking to my identity again, or you're next," kind of thing. And eventually, they still are trying to figure out the boss's identity by going through his daughter, which is stupid, and once they find out, it's only going to get worse from here on out. Who knows? But aside from that, pretty cool episode. Looking forward to the next one. It's called Naranja's Low Bomba. So, yeah. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!